Good evening, church, and welcome to another Wisdom on Wednesday. I hope and pray that your day has gone well, and that our God has blessed you in an incredible way. We're going to dive into the text. We are in Proverbs chapter 10. We're going to look at verses 6 through 12 during this study, and we're going to explore these proverbs and talk a little bit about them and see where that leads us. I hope that you're doing well. I really, truly do, and I appreciate you watching this video. And if you are watching, give me a like or something like that. Make a comment if you'd like to. It's always helpful to know if these studies are reaching anybody or anybody is enjoying these things. All right, verse 6 is where we're at. It says, "Blessings are on the head of the righteous, but the mouth of the wicked conceals violence." Okay, it's an interesting proverb that we have here. Blessings are on the head of the righteous. Of course, who doesn't want blessings? Who doesn't want to be blessed? And here the proverb writer is saying that the blessings are on the head of the righteous. But what does that mean? Does that mean the righteous has hair, has beautiful locks of hair coming out? Does that mean they got a fancy hat of some kind? More than likely, it probably refers to, in biblical times, whenever a blessing was passed on to the next generation. Oftentimes maybe the patriarch of the family would put his hands on the head of the next generation, the one that he was passing on that blessing to. We can think of Jacob when he placed his hands on the heads of Ephraim and Manasseh, the sons of Joseph in Genesis chapter 48. That might give us that example there. So blessings are on the head of the righteous. But what about the wicked? But the mouth of the wicked conceals violence. Okay, or violence covers the mouth of the wicked might be a different way that could be translated. There's always violence that's around the mouth of the wicked. Have some thoughts there that sometimes when you're a preacher or maybe even a Bible class teacher and you're teaching something, sometimes thoughts come into your head that you didn't think about before, and you have to make that quick decision. Do I say something here or do I not say it? I'll let y'all in on a little secret here because I don't really know how many are watching this in the first place, but last night was the presidential debates, first one of this election cycle, and watching that debate, it almost seems like that maybe there should have been more of that going on, and so I think about that a little bit here but the mouth of the wicked conceals violence, or violence covers the mouth of the wicked. All right, let's move on. Verse 7, "The memory of the righteous is a blessing, but the name of the wicked will rot." Okay, this seems to be talking about a legacy, really maybe more than anything, the memory of the righteous. After they are gone, how is a person remembered? Is he remembered in a good way? Is he remembered in a bad way? I think about that for us here in America. Okay, think about George Washington. What are the things that we are taught in school to remember about George Washington? Our first president, the general that led the revolution that defeated the British, and so we think of him in a good way, right? Okay, how about Adolf Hitler? Okay, different time, different generation. Do you ever hear someone say something about Hitler and it's a good thing? Did he ever do a good thing? Did he do any good things? Surely at some point in his life he was doing good things, probably, but we don't remember those things. Okay, that's not what we remember about Hitler. No, we remember the awful things that he tried to do. Okay, so if someone calls you Hitler, it's not a good thing. We don't think about calling or naming our children when they are born Adolf. I don't go to the people in this congregation that are having babies and go, have you ever considered the name Adolf? Maybe a middle name of Hitler could be Adolf Hitler Smith. I think that would really be a blessing to that child. No, of course not. Okay, but the name of the wicked will rot. Okay, it's no good. It's awful. It smells bad. Okay, nobody wants it. Okay, look at verse 8 with me. The wise of heart will receive commandments, but a babbling fool will come to ruin. Okay, here we're contrasting two different things here again. The wise of heart will receive commandments. So those that are wise receive commandments. They receive understanding. They receive wisdom. They know that there is something to listening. There is something to gaining wisdom. But a babbling fool will come to ruin. Okay? Have you ever been in a classroom setting before where somebody just constantly, okay, not the teacher, but a student. Okay? Teacher might say something and a student, oh, that reminds me of da 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 da. Or the teacher will say something and the student will go, well, that actually means ba 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 ba. And they just babble. And when you're babbling, it's hard to listen. It's hard to receive knowledge when you perceive that you are giving out knowledge yourself. Okay, but a babbling fool will come to ruin. Verse 9, whoever walks in integrity walks securely, but he who makes his ways crooked will be found out. Okay. So far in our study of Proverbs, there's been a lot about choosing right paths or walking in the right way. And here again, we see this. Whoever walks in integrity walks securely. Whenever you have integrity, you don't have to worry about being found out. You don't have to worry about covering anything up. But not so for those that are crooked, not so for the wicked, not so for those that tell lies. Okay, have you ever told a lie before and tried to cover it up, and then you forget what you said to cover it up, and you had to make something else up, and you get caught on it? But I thought you said, you're like, yeah. Well, that obviously means that da 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 da, and you become the babbling fool again. Notice verse 10 with me. Whoever winks the eye causes trouble, and a babbling fool will come to ruin. Oh, look, there's the babbling fool again, coming to ruin. Okay, but here we also talk about the eye. Okay, seems like that maybe this is referring to someone that is maybe making a deal with someone, and they're winking the eye with the understanding of, yeah, this isn't totally the truth. I'm not being totally up and up with you. Okay, here, let's try it. Just you and me right here. Okay, all right. Guess what? I am 45 years old. I am 5'8", and a little bit overweight. But did you know that I can dunk a basketball? Now, do you believe me? Okay, no. Okay, what does that winking of the eye mean? Okay, no, this isn't true. Go along with me on this story. You're free to post on Facebook that Leighton Leatherman is the greatest dunker of all time. Okay? No, it's not true. The winking of the eye causes trouble, and a babbling fool will come to ruin. Are you starting to get that a babbling fool comes to ruin? I think that Solomon was onto something here. Okay, a babbling fool is going to come to ruin. One who too much and not comes to ruin. All right, notice verse 11. Back to the mouth. The mouth of the righteous is a fountain of life. Okay, a righteous man, when he speaks, there's blessings that come to it. There's life that comes from him speaking. But the mouth of the wicked conceals violence. Okay, if the righteous man's mouth brings life, then the wicked's mouth brings the opposite. It brings violence, which can lead to death. Okay, not a good thing. Okay, verse 12, we're going to end our study this week in Proverbs. Hatred stirs up strife, but love covers all offenses. Okay? How true is this? Okay, hatred stirs up strife. Okay? If someone hates another person, it's not going to bring about good things. Okay, it just will not. Okay, there's not going to be anything productive that comes from it. But love covers all offenses. If you truly love someone, excuse me, your love could cover the offense of maybe their faults, or it might even cover their offenses towards you, maybe a sin towards you or against you, something that they have done. Okay, how much is this true today in our society with the things that we see going on in our country and in the world? Hatred stirs up strife. Okay, when you see people with such hatred towards each other, what comes from it? Well, peace and love and understanding and once we get enough of that hate and strife, it's really going to be a good thing. No, it's not. It's really not. But love covers all offenses. Don't we need that more? Don't we need more love? No, I'm not trying to be a hippie here. Okay, I was born in the 70s, but I really don't remember the 70s at all. But, peace, love, joy, those kind of things. But love covers all offenses. If there is love, there can be understanding. If there is love, there can be forgiveness. If there is love, there can be a coming together where there has been a divide. If there is love, then we are more like our Savior. If there is love, then we are closer to our God, who is love. So love covers all offenses. What an amazing thing love is. It's something that we truly need more of, especially those of us that are Christians. We should know this. And so when the world looks at us, they should see this. They should see love. Does love ever fail? No. All right. That's where we're going to end our study this evening. I hope you have a great rest of this week, and I hope and pray that everything goes well with you, and God willing, we'll see you again next week. We'll continue our study through Proverbs chapter 10, looking at the different Proverbs that we have starting in verse 13. I'm not sure how far we'll get next week, but we'll see. All right. God bless. Know that God loves you. So do I.